天使創造リブート。
It's been a few days since that unforgettable night with Aurier. Just like she promised, we end up going on a date together. Her next day off. Yeah, okay. I'm not even going to try to fix that sentence. We couldn't figure out what to do at first, but after some thinking...
お待たせしました。
Oh, why the jacket?
あからさまに落胆しすぎです。
Aurier sits down next to me with a wry smile on her face. Well, I was looking forward to seeing my girlfriend in her swimsuit.
前に一度見ていますよね。
Yeah, but that was before they started dating. You started dating. Not since we started going out. See?
何も変わらないと思いますが。
And besides, the only reason you were in your swimsuit is because you were trying to help a little girl out. No, it's totally different. I won't budge on this.
それです。
Hmm?
海デートを言い出してからすごい熱量で、なんだか水着を見せるのが気恥ずかしくて。
Oh, sorry about that.
期待を下回ったら申し訳ないので。
Is that what she's worried about? There's no way that would happen.
何ですかその謎の自信。ますます脱げなくなりました。
Aurier pulls her jacket down to cover as much skin as possible. It's pretty nice to see her when she's shy, but I don't think she realizes how counterproductive that kind of gesture is. It emphasizes her chest when she pulls down the jacket like that. I mean, I've said multiple times, less, well, more is more, right? Or, I guess, showing less skin is more appealing, right? But, you know, more clothes is more appealing as well. So it works out both ways.
見すぎです。
Yes, I'm sorry. It seems like I may have been a little too eager here. Well, never mind the swimsuit. You didn't even play with the other girls when we came last time, right? That's why I wanted to come. So we can enjoy the beach. We can enjoy the beach this time.
この前、二人で海に来た時は水着持ってきてませんでしたしね。
She means the day we became a couple. Oh, right. Coming here wasn't part of the plan that day, yeah.
そうですね。今日は海を楽しみましょう。
Aurier stands up and I follow after her. However, you're really gonna leave the jacket on?
もう、そんな顔しないでください。わかっています。
So?
はい、どうぞ。
Aurier stands in front of me, spreads her arms and sticks out her chest.
そこまで言うなら自分で脱がせてください。
Okay, well, you don't need to put it like that.
愛しの彼女の水着姿、見たくないんですか？
She quirks a cheeky smile at me. She's learning how to tease from Kaguya, I see. Man, I love it so much when she gets like this.
私はこのままでも構いませんが、どうしますか？彼氏さん。
I'm taking it off.
では、どうぞ。
Don't break the zipper. At first, my hand gravitates toward her bountiful breasts, but I correct course and head for the zipper. And I pull. And it lowers slowly. As it lowers slowly, I find some resistance when it reaches her chest area. Huh? What was that? But before I can even wonder, the zipper gets past the tension, sliding down and parting open.
いかがですか？脱がせた感想は？
You really can't keep saying stuff like that out in public. I say, unable to keep my eyes off her amazing her absolutely stunning figure. Gosh, this is the best. It's definitely cute, but the fact that she wore it for me makes it even better. It's the absolute best.
ありがとうございます。ですが、前にも言いましたが、ちゃんと選んだものではないので、来年は一緒に選びましょうね。
Yeah, I can't wait. She whispers into my ear and I nod like a dummy.
では、そろそろ遊びに。
ねえ、何こしょこしょ話してるの？
Oh, she's back. So that's the purpose of this beach. So that's why they've kept going with this route. Someone calls out from us, calls out to us from behind, and Oria hugs me, dropping her jacket. Seeing that, the little girl picks it up. Oh, that girl looks familiar, actually.
あなたは。
はい、落ちたよ。上着のお姉ちゃん。
Jacket lady.
ありがとう。
お久しだね。
Her cheerful tone brings back memories.
久しぶりですね。今日もお母さんと遊びに来たの？
今かき氷買ってる。だから大丈夫。
That's her, right? I take a look at the beachside cabana and find her mother in the crowd right away. She's buying shaved ice and bows her head as our eyes meet.
偶然ですね。
これも運命なの。遊ぼう。
Well, you know, they have to milk they have to milk the model somehow, right? You can't just have her show up in the common route and then nowhere else.
すみません。こら、お姉ちゃんたちデート中なんだから邪魔しちゃダメ。
I mean, she's not wrong. Oria turns to me, clearly unsure how to respond. I don't mind. It's destiny we met again, after all.
そうですね。運命ですから。
やったー、ありがとう。
いいんですか？
はい。この子のおかげで、リクさんとお付き合いできたようなものですし、これぐらいは。
そうなの？
Okay, you seem even more excited than Oria and Riku.
おめでとう。
ありがとうございます。
Thanks. Her mom squealing like a little girl took me by surprise. Yeah, it took me by surprise too. But I was more surprised to hear Oria's take on what happened that day.
それじゃ浮き輪取ってくるね。
あ、ゆっくりで構いませんよ。
We watched the little girl run off. I didn't know that was what you thought of the day we met. Of that day we met. I didn't know that was what you thought of that day when. Yeah, why? I didn't know that was what you thought of that day we met her. There's just something about that sentence. It's not because I can't read, alright?
ええ。あのきっかけがなければ、今こうしていないと思います。
Yeah, maybe. Back then, we helped that little girl, and that's when I started thinking about Orie.
そう考えると不思議ですね。私たちがお付き合いしてるなんて。
I still think that I would have ended up feeling attracted to you at some point, though.
そうだといいのですが。
We laughed together and thank the chain of coincidences that brought us here.
それにしても緊張しました。
You mean meeting with that girl?
そうではなくて、初めて誰かに私たちの関係を話したので。
Oh, right.
ドキドキしましたが、同時にすごく嬉しいです。
It was a little embarrassing, but it was nice.
はい。
I haven't told anyone close to us about our relationship yet. I can't really find the timing to do it. So I thought it'd be better to let them figure it out on their own. Do you want to tell everyone about us?
そうですね。特に必要ないかと。自分たちから喧伝するようなことでもないですから。
Propagate?
失礼。世間に言って回ることです。
No, I know what you meant, but you're using big words now? Oh, right. Yeah, I guess there's no need.
リクさんは伝えたいですか？そこはお任せしますが。
No, I think it's better to let people figure it out on their own eventually. Yeah, we need to keep dragging on with this with the side route, right? You need to keep adding more shit, and then eventually they'll figure it out, and that's when we can end the route. I just asked because we never really talked about it before.
なるほど。今言った通り、私も自然に察してもらえるのが一番かと思います。というか、まだ彼女力が未熟なので。
Excuse me? I've never heard that kind of thing before, though I can sort of imagine what she's getting at.
いいですか？私が恋人として隣にいたとします。
Perhaps noticing my confusion, Ms. Aurier takes on the role of teacher and explains for me.
ニヤニヤしないでいられますか？
No way.
意識しないで話せますか？
Yeah, no.
スキンシップを取らずにいられますか？
Doubt it.
でしょ？そういうのを人様の前でお首にも出さない。他人に意識させないぐらい自然体にいられるようになる。
What? It's not that deep, Aurier.
それが私の考える彼女力があるということです。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. No, thank you for the explanation.
はい、先生みたい。
わかるわかる。
Before I even realized, the kid and her mother are next to me clapping in unison.
聞いてたんですか？リクさんも教えてくださいよ。
I didn't notice them.
彼女さんはいわゆる空気になりたいのね。
まあ、そうですね。自然でありたいとは思います。
でもそれって結婚して長年連れ添った夫婦でようやく醸し出てくるものよ。
Really? We both share bashful glances.
頑張らないとね。
それより遊ぼう。ほら、浮き輪持ってきたよ。
はい、そうですね。
私のことはお構いなく。こっちでみんなの荷物番をしてるわ。かき氷も残ってるし。
Hearing that, we both look at each other and... Thank you.
よろしくお願いします。
We say in absolute unison.
ういういしい。若返る。
Trying to run away from the embarrassment, we follow the little girl. And I still feel a little conscious, even as we start playing about in the water. The little girl has so much energy that I can't even think about feeling embarrassed after a while. We have tons of fun. And the day is gone in the blink of an eye.
それじゃあね、りっくん、おりえちゃん、またね。
はい、また遊びましょう。
Bye bye. We watched the little girl and her mum leave together. Phew, I'm exhausted.
あんなに浜辺を全力疾走したのは初めてです。
Yeah. We ended up playing tag and running all over the place. That's probably the most fun I've ever seen you have.
ちょっとムキになっちゃいました。
in her swimsuit. It was truly an experience. It was blissful to watch the forces of gravity working as she bounced up and down. Okay. I've never seen such incredible jiggling in my life. I feel like I couldn't help but gaze being... I couldn't help my gaze being glued to her sometimes.
見すぎ。
Even when I'm calm, it's just... I can't help it sometimes.
それ、冷静？
No, I just... Sorry.
あと、周りの人を威嚇しないように。
Was I really that bad?
結構、冷静を装っていましたが、目つきはまるで番犬のようでした。
Sorry, that was wrong of me.
よしよし。
Orie pats me on the head to cheer me up. But I still feel a fuzzy feeling in my chest. Orie is incredibly attractive in that swimsuit. She's cute, and I'm sure all the men here also see that. And I couldn't help but feel somehow threatened when I felt that someone was staring at her. And then the words Orie said once to me flashed through my mind.
周囲の同僚からは男好きする体だと言われたこともあります。殿方から性的な視線を向けられることもしばしばありました。
どうしました？
No, sorry. I'll try harder to keep calm. She stops stroking my head and steps back.
はい。これでどうですか？
Are you okay?
ええ。もともと、個人的には海で水着になる理由もあまりありませんし。
Uh-huh. Then why did you wear it?
あなたのためです。
Oh, right. I was the one who pushed for us to come here before we didn't get to actually enjoy the beach last time. Because we didn't actually get to enjoy the beach. We didn't get to actually enjoy the beach last time. And I also told her I was looking forward to seeing her in a swimsuit a few times.
ですが、あなたが気になるなら無意味ですし。
It was definitely more than a few times. Sorry, that was really lame of me.
そうですか？
I mean, wouldn't it be better if I just grew thicker skin and didn't worry about that kind of thing?
難しいところですね。人によるとは思いますが。
What do you think of it? What do you think of it?
そうですね。
After thinking for a moment, she gently bumps into my shoulder.
かわいい独占欲。
I
もう少し遊びましょう。
pull myself together and we play around in the water a little more. The showers at the beach were really crowded, so we decided to go back to the apartment so we could take a bath since it was closer. It always makes me a little nervous to be here without Kaguya being around.
あまり気にしなくても大丈夫ですよ。姫様はリクさんのこと、身内のように扱っていますから。
Yeah, and she'll consider you even more a part of the family when she finds out you're dating Orie.
それに、家で二人きりなのは今まででもよくあったことじゃないですか。
Well, yeah, but still. I feel like it's a little different now that we're going out. Kaguya's always out and about somewhere these days, huh?
私が休みの時は、家にいて気を使わせたくないそうで、いつもどこかに出かけてますね。
Oh, I see.
休むのが下手でしたからね。
Well, I think you're getting better. Yeah, because she has an outlet for her energy when she's having a day off, right?
おかげさまで少しは人に甘えるということを覚えました。
The energy she would expend through doing chores on her day off, she now has Orie, she now has Riku as a conduit.
まだもたれかかれるのは姫様とあなたにだけですが。
Mm-hmm. Seeing that cute little smile makes me want to touch her. I say, extending the hand to her cheek. Orie.
また呼んだ。
Oh, please.
そんな顔しないでください。嫌なんて言ってませんよ。
At first, it was an apology kiss. But slowly, it shifts into us signaling our desire for each other. And by the time we part our lips, the heat is unbearable.
シャワー浴びましょうか。
Before that, I hesitate to say what's on my mind for a moment.
なんでしょう。
You're still wearing your swimsuit under that, right?
ええ、そうですが。
We dried out completely while waiting for the showers at the beach, so we came to the apartment wearing our clothes. I want you to show me.
変態。
Sorry, I guess you wouldn't.
だから嫌とは言ってませんよ。
Huh?
見たかったら自分の手でどうぞ。
She puffs out her chest for me. I reach down to her pants and unbutton them. You're a bit of a joker yourself, huh?
私だってそれぐらい言いますよ。同僚も冗談が好きなのが多かったですし。
Your co-workers, huh?
ん？いかがですか？
It's the best.
反応が薄いですね。見たかったんじゃないんですか？
I'm really damn excited, actually.
そうは見えませんけど。
She says with a little smile on her face as she takes off my clothes. But even as I let her take care of it, my thoughts wander somewhere else. This is a little embarrassing for me to say, so keep that in mind.
はい。
Back at the beach. Sorry for acting weird. I just got a little too excited over seeing you in a swimsuit.
ああ、あれですか。気にしてませんよ。
No, but you said I looked like a watchdog, remember? I didn't want to ruin the mood today.
むしろ嬉しかったですよ。
You were happy to see your boyfriend glare at random people?
不機嫌というか、自分のものを取られないように警戒してる感じで、可愛いなぁと思いましたけど。
I'm cute.
それに、大切な人にそう思われるのは純粋に嬉しいです。以前から、殿方にセクハラをされるのが意味不明でしたが、リクさんなら嬉しいですし。
The embarrassment leaves me at a loss for words. She really struck a nerve.
リクさん？
Oh, sorry, Orie. I know this is a delicate matter, so I didn't want to talk about it. But didn't you tell me about that before? That whole thing about you preferring people to leer at you instead of Kaguya.
ああ、はい。あれは姫様のことになるとつい。
I know that, but that's not what I mean.
というと？
It was that thing you said about your coworkers saying you have the type of body men crave or something. And I know it's all in the past, but just thinking about anyone looking at you like that, it just made me feel really upset. But I'm really sorry about acting like that over nothing. There, I said it. This talk is over.
確認よろしいでしょうか？
Are you really gonna make me talk about more of that? Are you really gonna make me talk more about this? I mean, I know it's unreasonable for me to just lay this all on you and tell you to forget. But, yeah, what is it?
何をもやもやしてるんですか？
Does she really want me to spell it out? Like I said, if they were telling you that you have a nice body, that meant they were probably looking at you in a sexual way. So that means you had co-workers looking at you like that, right? Just from imagining that, I just felt upset, okay?
はあ、
Why are you looking at me like that? It doesn't sound that crazy. Is this a misunderstanding thing?
同僚はほとんど女性でしたし、早く男つったらぐらいのことでしたね。
I fucking knew it. Really? I know it's stupid and petty of me, but I felt a bit of relief hearing that. By the way, what if someone actually sexually harassed you?
すりつぶします。
I think I won't ask what exactly she would... I think I won't ask what exactly she would crush.
というか、そんな不届き者は制裁します。これでも心得はありますので。
Right. You are the princess's attendant, I guess.
魔法もありますしね。
Right. Yeah, you do.
というわけで、安心しましたか？
She clings to my neck and quirks a playful smile. Yeah, more or less.
まだ奥歯に何か挟まってますね。ペ、しなさい。
To be honest, I might still feel a little uneasy.
そんな顔してます。リクさん。
She calls my name and kisses me.
キスしたのは、この唇が初めて。
She whispers into my ear, and she grabs hold of my hand and puts it over her breasts.
女性以外で胸を触ったのはこの手が初めて。気持ちよくさせられたのも、この手。
She presses her knee firmly against my crotch and plants a kiss on my neck.
首筋を見て、ドキッとしたのもこれが初めて。セックスしたい。一緒に気持ちよくなりたい。おちんちん入れてほしい。
Okay, well, I wasn't expecting another H scene in a side character route, but the fact that this is such a long fucking route, I guess I shouldn't be surprised.
そう思ったのは、全部、あなただけです。
Unnecessarily long, might I add.
他に、知りたいことはありますか？
No, I think I'm fine now. Thanks. Sorry for making you say this.
言わされてません。分かってほしいんです。あなたがどれだけ、私にとって特別か。それが、言葉で解決できるならいくらでもします。それでも足りないなら、別の方法で、私が、どれだけあなたを好きか、思い知らせます。
Orie.
そうやって、名前を呼んでくれるのも大好きです。
Kiss. I feel embarrassment, happiness, and pure love. I roll it all up together and give it to her in a kiss.
もっと舌出してください。絡めて。
As soon as we enter the room, we become entangled in more than one sense. Jesus Christ, I do not like these sounds. I embrace her tightly and we kiss with such fervor that our teeth graze each other at times, but we can't stop. It feels so exciting when you're the one kissing me.
私もゾリゾリと舌で撫でられるのドキドキします。
You can't really see examples of good kissing from videos, so I don't know if I'm doing it well.
キスは文字で勉強した方がためになると思います。
Really? I didn't figure you'd want to study that kind of thing.
私はそういう女です。
Is it because she wants to please me? Or herself? Maybe both. I don't know. It's probably a little of both. I felt the same way when I looked up loot stuff to do with her. And rather than worrying about it, I want more of her. With that desire burning in my chest, I reach for her breasts. Yeah, with that desire burning in my chest, I reach for hers, you know? Your boobs feel a little different from with the swimsuit fabric.
そうですね。私も下着とは違って、薄布一枚だって感じがして、とても落ち着きません。
Yeah, I'm just massaging them and it feels like your nipples are about to spill out or something. Nipples specifically.
それはあなたがいっぱい触れてるからです。
It's more open than a bra, and I can slip a hand inside easily. I caress her sides, slide my hand up her ribs, and slip a hand inside her swimsuit. Is the swimsuit too tight?
はい、少し窮屈ですけど、それも刺激になって。
I massage her tits and make her shudder by rubbing the ball of my thumb against her nipple. Her increasingly hot moans make me want to do more and more. I use my other hand to reach down her butt and slip it between her legs.
お尻なんて触って楽しいですか?
Duh, obviously. It just feels good to touch it. And it feels like I'm teasing my girlfriend in a swimsuit, so it's even hotter.
もう、バカ。
Did it hurt?
いえ、水着が引っ張られて、敏感なところに擦れて。
Oh, I see. If I pull here, it pulls on the front and rubs against her. Okay, it rubs against her clitoris a little. As soon as I realize that, I grab hold of the fabric firmly and pull.
こら、引っ張っちゃ。
I've seen this in hentai manga before. Does it actually feel good?
わかりません。食い込んで。でも、胸と一緒で。スイッチ入ってるとダメです。
Yeah. As I keep going, Orie tries to get away from me. She gyrates her hips to get them away from me, but it has the opposite effect. The way you stick out your hips makes it look like you want more.
そんなこと、ダメ。水着じゃなくて、ちゃんと手で。
Sorry, but it looks like this feels better for you.
またそうやって調子に乗って。ダメ。これグリグリ。
She's little squelching noises reach my ear. Whoa, she's this wet already.
ダメ。このままじゃ私。
It's okay. Let it happen. But let it happen off screen. I don't want this in the stream.
耳ささやいちゃ。ダメ。早く。しないで。
I sense how Orie starts shuddering with more intensity. Just watching her experience so much pleasure makes me rock hard. I want to keep going a little more.
ダメって言ってる。
But Orie grips my arm, and while I was taken aback by her strength to react, she pushes me onto the bed. You really look great in that swimsuit. I wish I could look at you in it forever.
一周回ってシンプルな結論に至りましたね。
She says, patting my head lovingly as I wipe her clean.
そのことでずっ と言おうと思ってたんですが。
ん？
私も、あなたが他の女性にそういう風に見られるのは、もやもやします。
Huh? Me?
海で何人かの女性に見られていましたよ。
I don't remember that.
それは、私も一緒です。誰かに見られていた自覚なんてありません。
I see.
つまり、お互い様ですよ。
The same, huh? So we were too focused on the other to notice our surroundings. Whoa. I don't know if that makes me feel embarrassed or happy. Wait, so that's why you were being so aggressive today?
私だって、独占欲はあります。ダメじゃないでしょ？
Not at all.
あと、あの子と会って、遊んで、いいなって思って、ちょっと歯止めが外れていました。
Yep. We did have a pretty good time today.
うん。
We embrace each other again. I think we're still a little awkward when it comes to navigating our relationship. But I want to be the one she always confides in. I want to stay with her forever.
もっとギューってしてください。
I'm sort of sticky. Are you sure?
ギュー。
You got it. It's a little embarrassing. But it isn't so bad.
早く洗わないといけませんね。
Yeah. The smell might stay if we don't do it soon.
それは大丈夫だと思いますが。でも、これからこの水着を着るたびに、今回のことを思い出してしまいそうです。
I might end up remembering every time I see it too. Yeah, no, I said that.
来年は絶対、新しいのを買いに行きましょう。
It sounds like a bit of a waste.
わかりました。この水着は、また要望があれば着ます。ですが、海には着ていきませんからね。
Fair enough. So it'll be our swimsuit for sex then. I'm sure she didn't quite mean to imply that with her wording, and I won't point it out. It really seems like Aurier's evaluation of me as the pervert boyfriend has just increased in her mind. Not that she's wrong or anything.
また一つ、この部屋で意識してしまうことが増えました。
Right. I guess we did that thing with the tablet back then too.
はい。あの後、精液の匂いが残って、意識して大変でした。
You're the one who told me not to use the spray.
わかってます。でも、あんなに残ってるなんて思わなくて。換気だってして、何日も経って匂いがなくなってるはずなのに、ふとした瞬間に思い出してしまうんです。精液の匂いがする。あの人とエッチなことをしたんだなって。今回もまた思い出しちゃいそうです。
Well, if it gets hard to bear bear on your own, you can always call me. And, it doesn't have to be about that. You can call me whenever for anything, you know?
わかりました。
She embraces me again. Aurier is so adorable when she lets her feelings shine through. Actually, I think I might be up for a second round. Or a third.
そうみたいですね。反応してます。あ、姫様からリーンです。帰宅の連絡ですね。もうすぐ電車が駅に着くそうです。
No. Huh? Crap. We need to clean up. We exchange looks and start frantically cleaning up.
天使創造リブート。
After spending our first summer as a couple, summer vacation approaches its end.
リクさんは子供が欲しいですか？
She asked me that question during one of our dates, taking a walk to in the park. I put away the bottle of tea I was casually drinking and turned to her. Thank God I managed to not spill it out from surprise. Can you ask why you're asking this?
もちろん将来的な話です。今すぐにどうこうということではありません。
Well, I guess I do want kids at some point.
よかったです。
And I guess you agreed to go out with me expecting that as well, right?
はい。ゆくゆくは家庭を持ちたいと思っています。
Yeah, me too. It sounds like we're on the same page, so it's a relief to hear that. Thank goodness. Phew.
もしかして私またこちらのセオリーを無視していましたか？
Not really. I just think I probably should have been the one to ask that first personally.
すみません。どうお詫びすれば？
No, it's fine. I honestly hadn't thought about it as seriously as I should. But that doesn't mean I didn't think things through when I decided to date you.
わかっています。私もぼんやりと考えていただけなので、そう重く受け止めなくても。いや、受け止めますよね。
It's kind of our future, so it's a little different from just imagining stuff on our own.
そうですね。
Why are you looking away?
すみません。私言われてようやく気づきました。一人の妄想にリクさんを巻き込んでしまいました。
I want to hear where you're coming from. So let's just sit down and talk. Want a drink? Horia simply nods bashfully at my suggestion. We move over to a bench near the shade of a tree so we can talk. She fiddles with her bottle for a moment before finally opening up.
この前海で遊びましたよね。迷子の子と一緒に。
Yeah, I remember that.
自分でも驚くくらいすごくはしゃいでて、ビーチバレーなんてあの子より夢中になってて。
That only made it more fun in the end.
はい。あの時私がボールを遠くまで飛ばしてしまって、お二人が取りに行ったことがありましたよね。
Oh, really?
ありましたよ。波打ち際で浮かんでるボールがなかなか取れずに、先を競うように拾おうとしてました。
Yeah, I do remember that.
その姿を見て思ったんです。ああ、私この人の子供を産むんだろうなって。
Why?
わかりません。不意にそう思ったんですから。
I see. Well, I guess. She didn't say she wanted to either. She clearly said she's going to do it.
それを一度実感したら、ことあることにその妄想が溢れてきて、何度か夢に見たりして、恥ずかしいです。
No, I think it's normal.
私、自分で思っている以上にあなたのことが好きみたいです。
Thank you.
なんで顔を背けるんですか？
It's really hard not to. Damn it. Every time I let my guard down, she says something like this. How could she love me? How could she love me this much? Crap. I don't think I can keep myself from grinning like an absolute idiot. So you're imagining stuff and ended up asking me about it.
はい。さっきもふと想像して、リクさんにも確認しなくてはと思ったら聞いてました。
Oh, I see. So that's what you said. That's why you said something about delusions or whatever.
もっと我ながら考えなしでした。驚かせてすみません。
No, it's fine.
また顔をそらしてる。笑いすぎじゃないですか。
No, I'm sorry. I'm smiling like a donkey. She asked me if I wanted kids with the same casual tone you'd ask someone what they want for dinner. It only goes to show how Aurier's dream to have babies and create a family is so deeply ingrained in her. How could such an adorable person exist in this world?
で、ここからご相談です。
Huh? Oh, why so serious now? You don't have to start making babies right now, do you? You don't want to start making babies now, do you? Right now, do you?
いえ、そうではなくて。いや、それを見据えた話ではあります。
Really?
姫様に許可を取りたいと思います。
Huh? You need to get permission from your employer to have babies in Snue?
いえ、そうではなく、筋を通すというか、そっちの方です。
Oh, so you want to let her know about us since she's your employer?
雇われの身だからというよりは、姫様には機会を設けてきちんとお話ししておきたいのです。以前、姫様が突然帰ってきて慌てたことがあるじゃないですか。ああいうのは良くないなと思いまして。
Yeah, I agree with you there. You know, you've known each other for so long, so it'd be better to talk about it sooner rather than later.
はい。
Aurier's relieved smile tells me she's really glad to have my support in this. Well, it probably would have been better to tell her before we actually became a couple.
では、姫様にお時間をいただけるか確認します。少々お待ちを。
Yeah, sure. Aurier pulls out a smartphone and starts tapping away. She's already an expert at using her phone. It makes me feel a bit emotional when I look back at the time she used to ask me about every single little thing. We're finally telling Kaguya, huh? I wonder how we'll break it to her.
リクさん、姫様にお時間をいただけました。
Oh, that was quick. When are we doing it?
家に戻るのが夜なので、そこで一緒に夕飯でもと。
That soon?
こういったことは一刻も早い方が良いかと思ったのですが。
I mean, yeah, but I'm still not quite mentally ready to do this.
別日にしますか？
No, it's fine. Delaying it will only make it harder. Let's tell Kaguya about us.
はい。
We exchange nods, trying to support one another. That night, we decided to go to the apartment early, preparing dinner and wait for Kaguya. Once she comes back home, we all have a nice dinner together. And finally, the moment we were waiting for comes.
姫様、お伝えしたいことがございます。あら、改まってどうしたの？
Aurier finishes cleaning up after dinner, and then stands firm in front of her master. Such tension. I almost forgot she's actually her attendant. Seeing them like this reminds me that they're actually from a completely different world. After bowing her head, Aurier straightens her back and begins.
私は先日よりこちらの谷風リクさんと恋人としてお付き合いをさせていただいております。
Kaguya simply stares at her in response. I could see in her gaze that she's urging Aurier to continue.
自分は姫様の従者としてこちらに来ました。このような事態は褒められたものではありません。本件に関し、私、オリエ・ルバクは一切の弁明を放棄し、いかなる処分も受ける覚悟です。
Kaguya looks like she's waiting for someone. She's waiting for something else. What exactly, however, is beyond my face reading abilities to decipher. Orie seems to be at a loss for what else to say as well. Kaguya, I'm sorry we didn't tell you before, but I'm serious about Orie and...
リクそうじゃないでしょ
Her steely gaze and firm tone make the air turn tense.
でそれだけ他に言うことがあるでしょ
姫様
We look at each other unsure of what Kaguya wants from us. We talked it over and decided to simply keep our heads down and not make any excuses, but we didn't anticipate this.
話は本当にそれでおしまい
Is there anything else?
妊娠報告じゃないの
I mean, he did come in her, but I don't think she got pregnant from it. What?
姫様それはまだ早いです。それは時期が来たらまた改めて。
Orie!
もしかして本当に付き合い始めたことの報告だけなの？
はい。ご報告ができてなかったので。
いや、そんなのいらないわよ。
ですが、黙ってるのは。
いや、リクがここにいて一緒に料理を作って待ってる時点で恋人なの確定じゃない。なら次に来るのはどうせ妊娠ぐらいなものでしょ？
Well, when you put it like that...
まさか、そんなにわかりやすかったなんて。
It was kind of obvious.
はあ、あまねの言ってた通りね。バレてないと思ってるのは本人たちだけか。
What about Amane? Wait, did everyone figure out about a relationship?
流星を見に行ったり、くるみの家でお泊まり会したり、あからさまに二人きりにしてる節がいっぱいあったでしょ？あれが全部偶然だと思ってたの？
I'm more surprised that neither of them were suspicious about any of those actions.
本当に気づいてなかったの？私、何度かリクとしっかりねとか言ってたでしょ？
いえ、からかっているものだとばかり。
私なりに応援していたのに、全然届いてなかったなんて。
Damn, Kaguya, I thought you knew your attendant more than this. Don't you know she prefers if you were, if she prefers you were direct about it? Supporting? So that means you approve of us dating?
許すわけないじゃない。
姫様。
Why?
そもそも、私が許す許さないとか、どこから出てきたのかしら？
それは。
Well, because Ori's your attendant, right?
それだけでしょ？親ならまだしも、私は雇用側の人間ってだけよ。
ですが。
でもリク、一つ忠告しておくわ。
Fuck. I couldn't mute in time. Okay.
私の大事な親友に手を出したのだから、しっかり責任取って幸せにしなさい。
姫様。
Oh.
谷風リクの返事は？
Of course I will. You don't need to tell me twice.
だそうよ。よかったわね、オリエ。少なくとも私が証人よ。何かあれば。
Don't worry, you'll be a bridesmaid at our wedding.
姫様
Kaguya is taken by surprise when Orie throws herself into her arms. but she doesn't try to push her friend away, instead hugging her back.
姫様ありがとうございます
だから、私に礼を言う必要はないから。ね。
私、勝手なことをして失望させてしまうとばかり
そんなわけないじゃない。恋をして、それが実った。ほら、素敵なことしかないでしょ？でも、
姫様
はーい。もうその辺でおしまい。あんまりしつこいと、気が変わって難癖つけるかもしれないわよ。
Teehee.
はい、すみません、失礼いたしました
Orie steps back and stands firm again. It looks like everything's right with them.
私、姫様に応援していただけていたなんて全然気づかずに。
Don't worry about it, Orie. I know you've had a lot on your mind ever since we started going out. No need to beat yourself over it too much.
リクさん。
あら、報告した途端、早速人前でのイチャイチャは解禁？
Well, it's not like they weren't openly flirting with each other on the beach in front of a child and her mum.
姫様何を
冗談。何はともあれ、二人ともおめでとう。幸せになりなさい。
姫様、ありがとうございます。
リクも頑張りなさいよ。スネーウ国としては、あなたの子種はいつでも待ってるから。
ああ、それは、そのうち。
もちろん、相手は私でもいいのよ。
Brother, stop with the teasing.
姫様
オリエも頑張りなさい。
What am I supposed to say here? Threesome. But in the end, Kaguya, in her way, gave us her blessing. That means we're all fine. We're all fine now, right?
姫様、どこまで本気なんでしょうか。
I think she was joking. No need to think about it so much.
ですが、
Orie accompanies me on the way home. She keeps clinging to my arm, clearly feeling a little wary after Kogia's comments. I really don't think you should worry so much. And it's just the two of us now.
あ、そうでした。
That helps her relax a little. Orie seems brighter now that the worry of keeping our relationship a secret isn't hanging over her. Though I guess we'll have to live with Kaguya's teasing from now on.
しかし、先ほどは姫様の前で油断してしまいました。
She's probably thinking about breaking into tears in front of her. You were crying because you were happy. Don't worry about it.
はい。一番祝福してほしい人にしていただけました。
Yeah. We intertwine our fingers and hold hands. Even on a humid summer night, her warmth always comforts me.
次は、リクさんの番ですね。
Huh? You mean like a Mane?
もちろんです。もちろん、ご両親にもご挨拶をせねばなりません。
Wait, we don't have to go out. We don't have to go out of our way to do that, do we? It looks like they know already, remember?
ですが、やはりこういうことは、しっかりとけじめをつけるのが肝心なんですよ。第一印象が悪いのは困ります。
Just give me some time to think first. Never mind telling Amane. I do want to introduce you to my parents.
はい、頑張りますので、よろしくお願いします。
Yeah. She lovingly nuzzles her cheek against my arm. Crap, she's too adorable, and I missed my chance to take her to a love hotel. Though I'm sure she'd be fine with it if I invited her right now. But if she came back home late tonight, Kaguya would definitely notice. I think Kaguya has noticed quite a bit. Listen, I'm just saying, the smell of your seed in Orie's room was probably the biggest giveaway.
リクさん、スマホ鳴ってますよ。
Huh? Thanks. I check my message and see it's a message from Amane. Apparently, Kaguya invited her and our parents to a pizza party. As a way to thank them for driving everyone to watch the media shower back then. She says that since they'll be out, I could make whatever for dinner.
大変です。私も戻っておもてなしをせねば。
No, wait. I grab a hold of her before she can run back to the apartment. She waited until we were gone to call them. I think Kaguya did that on purpose.
確かに。
So, why don't we take the chance she's giving us?
はい。
She gives me a bashful little nod. We then head home quickly, trying not to waste even 1 minute together. Really?
さっきから、ずっと胸ばっかりしてないで、キスも。
Brother, this is going on for too fucking long, man. I kiss Ori in response to her protests. It's true that I've been feeling her up the moment we entered my room. But there's simply no way I can stop myself. Did you really have to have 3 hate scenes? Did you really have a quota to fill in a fucking side character route? Where half of the route was fucking nothing? And only after you confessed to each other, you had something to do? It's just that feeling them with clothes on makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. It really turns me on.
痴漢趣味ですか?
That's, one way of putting it. There's something special about doing things you'd never even think of doing normally with your girlfriend. And there's something incredibly sensual about doing it with clothes on. Those two things make it so I could sit here and touch her all night without getting tired.
もう、本当に好きなんですね。
Of course I like making my girlfriend feel good. There's no way I could stop.
開き直った。
The way she laughs between moans is so erotic.
いつまでも服の上からでいいんですか?
I think I would if you let me.
今日、公園でした話、覚えてますか?
Yeah, about having kids.
私、その気なんですよ。
Okay, you literally said it'd be too early to do it. It'd be too irresponsible to do it now.
なのに、おっぱい触ってるだけで満足ですか?
Or it would be irresponsible to do it now. You're being really proactive today.
それは、あなたがじらすからですよ。
I didn't really mean to do that.
もう30分ぐらい胸を揉まれて、ずっと服の上から乳首いじめられて。
Whoa, was it really that long?
無意識とか、重症、どうしましょう。私こんな人の赤ちゃん欲しいんだ。
No, please reconsider. I'm so sorry.
まあいいです。そんなに好きならこっちにも考えがあります。
Quirking, an impish smile, she adeptly unzips my pants. She manages to stimulate my dick while quickly pulling it out of my underwear. You're gonna use your hand? You've gotten really good at that.
初めてセックスする前からたくさん触ってますから、ちょっとツボは心得てます。
It's pretty good when you touch it with your gloves. It gives me really hard tingles. She gently strokes my dick. Oh yeah, wait. If you jerk me off without saying anything, it feels like some kind of weird fetish thing. Well, you're the one who made it a weird fetish thing when you touched her, when you talked about how much you get turned on touching her tits through her clothes.
だって、さっきからずっと変態さんが変態なエッチをご希望みたいなので。
I really didn't mean it that way.
でも、今日はそういうのじゃないんですから。ほら、そこに座ってください。
She makes me sit at the edge of the bed, then kneels in front of me and unbuttons her blouse.
たくさん愛してもらえました。
After cleaning up, we lay together in bed, whispering sweet nothings to each other. I think I may have gone a little overboard just now, though.
全然平気ですよ。むしろ、あんなに求められて嬉しいです。
It really makes me happy that we want each other so much.
思い出さないでください。
But I'm serious, though.
だから恥ずかしいんです。
Embarrassing. But you're the one who keeps saying you love me when we say goodbye.
今、それ関係ありませんよね。
But it makes me really happy, though. If you're embarrassed, there's no need to force yourself.
それは別問題というか、言っておきたいんです。
Is it like a ritual or something?
いえ、ただ我が家の、いや、両親の真似なんです。
Gloria gently places her hand on my chest as she reminisces.
母がいつも寝る前や別れ際に言うんです。愛してるよ、大好きだよというような言葉を。父は恥ずかしいのか、時々でしたけど言ってくれました。
Your parents sound like wonderful, loving people. She gives me a small but resolute nod. I can feel the pure admiration and pride she has for her parents, and it makes me happy as well.
小さな頃は何も思ってませんでしたし、家ではそれが普通でした。でも、成長して他とは少し違うと気づいて、母になぜ言うのか尋ねたんです。
What did she say?
人は、最後に聞いた言葉を胸に眠るからだそうです。だから、一番伝えたいものを、ちゃんと相手に持たせてあげる。恥ずかしがる理由なんてない。だって、幸せそうな私の寝顔を見たら、明日も持たせてあげたくなるって。母はいつもそう言ってました。
Gloria gently caresses my hand with hers as she finishes her explanation.
だから、私も、リクさんに、そうしたいなって、家族以外でそう感じたのは、初めてです。
I see. Thank you. When I smile, she bashfully turns away from me.
以上、そういうことです。
So, you said that because the things you wanted to tell me the most? That's the thing you wanted to tell me the most? So she wanted me to go home knowing she loved me. It is true that every time we parted ways like that, I slept better than ever. I know it's a little late to say this, but I'm really happy I'm very happy you do it.
なら、よかったです。
I have to start saying it to catch up to you now.
無理に真似しなくていいですよ。
Not at all. If we're going to become a family, if that's one thing, I want to imitate from your parents. If I can help you sleep better with my words, that'd make me really happy.
そんなこと言うと大変ですよ。
Why?
私は今ほとんど夜の別れ際だけですが、母は朝も夜も機会があれば言う人でした。きっと私も。
Yeah, I can see you saying it if you have the slightest excuse.
はい。だから取り下げるなら今のうちですよ。
I think I understand what you meant by your dad feeling shy sometimes.
無理しなくていいです。そばにいてくれるだけで十分です。
She leans into me, resting her cheek on my shoulder. Her warmth and weight feels incredibly reassuring. I can feel her heat directly.
私は幸せ者です。素晴らしい出会いと主に恵まれて、あなたとこうしていられる。満ち足りている。
She says softly as if drifting into a peaceful sleep. Seeing that sweet angelic face, I get it because this is angelic chaos. I understand what her mum must have felt like. Aurier.
リク、
We call each other's names and gaze into each other's eyes. And share a loving, gentle kiss. It's a light, sweet kiss. I love you, Aurier.
私も大好きです。
With her love filling my heart, I close my eyes as well. Really? Really? They didn't even bother with the credits. And I mean, sure, there weren't any fucking CGs, but still, they attribute the end of they attribute the end of the route to I don't even know how to say it. Right, but you know what I'm trying to get at. If there was anything else about that summer that I could say was of note, it'd probably be this day.
これで3冊目です。
Actually, I was so out of it because they didn't have any fucking credits that I forgot to talk about this route. Because for some reason I always talk about this route, even though I know I always talk about the route at the end after the credits, even though I know there's always going to be an epilogue. So I can always wait until after the epilogue to talk about the route. But, you know, why change tradition now, you know? So, Aurier's route. What a fucking load of shit. What the fuck is this route? It's so bad. Like, the getting Riku and Aurier interested in each other is too fast, and then the whole process of getting them to like each other enough for them to actually get together was too fucking slow. And then the whole process of them being together was too fucking slow. Right? You could have cut half of the shit between the confession and the end of the route, and it wouldn't have changed anything. You could have cut half of the shit in between them getting close enough together that they would spend time together by themselves and the confession, and you wouldn't you wouldn't lose fucking anything. It's such a waste of time. It could have been a good route, right? They had the foundations of a good route, of oh, Orie is a bit cold to Riku. Maybe we could have a route where neither of them really like each other at the start, and they will slowly, you know, they start off slowly talking to each other with the group around, right? Instead of having it immediately be like, oh, Riku wants to suddenly go to the fucking convenience store to help out Orie for some reason, even though it's never something he would have done before, right? You could have slowly built up to that, but no, you have to immediately do that. And then it's like, okay, so there are essentially like there's a few processes. There are a few beats, I guess. There's the having Riku and Orie starting to get along together, right? And then it's Orie being comfortable enough with Riku to ask for help from him, right? In terms of, oh, she wants to get better at using technology, so she asks Riku for help, right? There was a lot you could have included more of that part, right? The in between of Orie being comfortable enough to ask Riku for help with technology, and Orie and Riku becoming close enough to actually fucking talk to each other by themselves, right? And now you've got your basis for, oh, now I see why they would like each other, right? Because this is a slow burn route, right? Nothing much happens because they want you to get invested in the characters. But the problem is, it was fucking aimless from the start. And it could have been solved so much better if there wasn't just the whole fucking, they already at the start of the route were comfortable enough to talk to each other, right? You didn't need that part. You could have moved that further into the route and then cut off half of the section of them already being close enough to talk to each other one-on-one, right? Because it's less jarring if Orie starts developing feelings for him a lot quicker when she's fucking jerking him off every other day when he comes over to her place, right? Like, that's the other thing. They aren't just whenever they're together, they're not just, Riku isn't just giving her tech tips, right? Like fucking Linus. They're actually doing stuff together that couples would do together. But it took them so fucking long for them to get to the actual point where they would become a couple. So, it's like, this route could have been good. And it just isn't. And I don't think it could ever be, no matter how my perspective on the route, on how my expectations of the route would be, or were. I don't know what I'm trying to say. She proudly shows off her new notepad. The last day of summer break before the academy's opening ceremony, we go shopping for stationery. Or rather, I'm just tagging along with Orie since she wants a new notepad. You're on your third one, huh? That's amazing.
もう大体の家電は動かせますよ。
There's not much I can teach you at this point. I've been still teaching her stuff since we started dating, but she's such a quick learner that I ran out of things to teach. She's adept at finding recipes on her own, looking up information about events and special sale dates, at the local supermarket. As soon as she has her new notepad, we head to the food court.
少しだけお待ちください。すぐ終わらせますから。
Take your time. I can entertain myself with games and stuff. She prepares donuts and tea while I play with my smartphone, and then puts her old and new notepad side by side. Notepads side by side. She then starts copying things from the second notepad into the new one. I watch her copy her notes while munching on a donut. It's not much of a conversation, but it's fun to see her working so hard on something. Oh, you brought your first notepad too.
はい。急いでてついうっかり。
So you decided to show it off instead, huh?
バレバレでしたね。我ながら頑張ったなと思って。
Her smile is full of pride, but it seems like she wants praise as well. Naturally, I decide to be an attentive boyfriend and give her the praise she deserves. Yeah, I can see that. You worked really hard on that.
お褒めいただき光栄です、マスター。
Whoa. It's been a while since you called me that. She smiles, picking up the notepad. It feels like forever ago, huh? And back then all we talked about was how to use electronics and stuff.
ええ。我ながら色気のない話だと思います。
I suppose considering we're a couple now, you never know where life will take you. Mind if I take a look?
ええ、構いませんよ。
She gives me permission to look at the notepad while she finishes copying her notes. She's shown me her notepad several times, but this might be the first time I get to read it. I idly flip through the pages. The first thing I find is her notes on how to use induction stoves, then electronic payment methods, how to play online games, and even how to use video streaming sites. This brings back memories for sure. I come upon some very familiar topics as well. Orie, do you remember the pressure cooker?
ええ。教わった後、メモ帳の残りが少ないから、この2冊目を買いにここまで来ましたよね。
You think that was our first date?
どうでしょうか。難しいところですね。そういう意識はありませんでしたし。
Figures. It could go either way, I guess. I'm not childish enough to assert that an instance of a boy going out with a girl is a date. But I was feeling conscious, so maybe it felt like a date for me. My attention is drawn to a sticky note on the pressure cooker page. Well, there's a few pages left, so maybe she just added a note or something. Hey, Orie, did you forget to ask me about something?
いえ、今は特には。
Then what about this sticky note?
付箋？
The one on this page.
待ってください。
Lap pillow? Air cleaning, zoo aquarium, planetarium, library, mountain climbing, decorative light shopping, and a check mark right next to a line that reads "Playing at the beach." Orie, is this?
わかりますよね。
Yeah, sort of. This is probably a sticky note with a simple list of things she wanted to do with me. I close the notepad and give it back to Orie. Sorry, I didn't read all of it.
本当ですか？
Yeah, good thing you didn't see the second sticky note, because there were some raunchy things written on that one. Sorry, I read the whole page. I didn't read anything else.
信じます。ああ、うっかり存在を忘れるなんてありえない。
Seeing her so shaken up about it makes me really curious about what else she wrote. You know, doggy style, cowgirl, missionary. Oh wait, she probably put a check mark on that one. Mating press. Never mind. Can I ask a few questions?
受け付けません。
How about two?
一つだけなら。
Alright.
それで何が聞きたいんですか？
Oria stops copying her notes and directs, oh, wary, look at me. When did you write that? Before we started going out?
告白された日です。どうしても眠れなくて、自分の気持ちを整理する意味も込めて書きました。あなたとしたいことを思いつくままに。
Would you mind if I saw the whole list?
泣きます。
Also, that was a second question. That's a little overblown, don't you think? And that's a third question.
忘れてください。
That's a hard ask.
じゃあ、もう一個、いいですよ。
He already asked two more, I guess. That's the third one, fourth one.
2個聞きたいことがあったんですよね。それに答えます。その代わり、もう金輪際この件には触れないでください。
Okay. I can promise that. I'm not trying to bully you here or anything.
はあ、それで
Are all the things you wrote things you that we can actually do?
はい。非現実的なことはありません。
Alright, you won't hear more about it from me. But someday, when we have done all of them, remember to tell me about it, okay? And that's our fifth question. Or sixth.
それでいいんですか？
Yeah, I'm not going to force you to show me your personal notes.
それもありますけど。
Oria gently caresses the cover of the first notepad.
一生かかるかもしれませんよ。
It sounds good to me.
本気ですか？
Yeah, we'll be together forever. So that's one more thing to look forward to.
本当にあなたという人は。ええ、わかりました。
She smiles, opens her notepad, and seems to check something off her list and closes it again. I'm not really sure what in the world that could have been. However,
やっぱり私、あなたが大好きです。
but it must have been something good, seeing how bright her smile is.
天
Oh
使
my.
創造リブート。
Well, that was Oria's route. Thank God. Thank God for that. Christ. The worst part is that it's because there was only a single fucking CG that it felt even longer than it should have. Right? Because in the grand scheme of things, Oreo's route isn't as long as Amane's or Noah's, but it's the fact that for a route that long, and for there to be one CG is criminal, right? But that's enough rambling on. Will it change my ranking of Orie? No. And you can blame the route for that one. But either way, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, a follow would be appreciated. And if you want to support me further, you could always subscribe, and that includes on YouTube. But yeah, I'm glad that I talked about most of my thoughts on the game before I got lunch, and now that I do, I'm going to eat it. But until next time, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and I will see you guys again next time. What? Whatever. See you guys in Fumika's route, I guess. Another side character route. I have no fucking hope for it, but whatever. Bye-bye.